Hello, welcome to Amazon OpenSearch YouTube channel. My name is Aneri Modi and I'm a solutions architect in the public sector team at Amazon Web Services. In today's video, we will deep dive into Amazon OpenSearch Serverless and its architecture. So let's get started. So let's talk about Amazon OpenSearch Serverless and its features. Amazon OpenSearch Serverless makes it easy for you to run large-scale search, vector database, and analytics workload without having to configure, manage, or scale the OpenSearch cluster. Now talking about its features, it is easy to administer as OpenSearch Serverless takes care of the undifferentiated heavy lifting of managing your indices and shards. It is fast as it automatically provisions and continuously adjusts to get fast data ingestion rates and millisecond response time during changing usage patterns and demands. It is in the same ecosystem. So one of the key tenets while we were working on development of OpenSearch Serverless was to keep the same API as it is there in the open source OpenSearch and the provisioned OpenSearch service. This way, customers do not need to rewrite their application to interact with the OpenSearch Serverless, as well as avoid rebuilding the ingestion data pipelines with few changes in configuration. OpenSearch Serverless also supports OpenSearch dashboards, which provides an intuitive interface for analyzing data. Lastly, it is secure and cost effective. The data is encrypted in transit within the collection, and at the end, you pay for the resources what you have consumed for your workload, making it a cost-effective solution to run OpenSearch. Now, OpenSearch Serverless supports the following use cases. First one is log analytics, where it focuses on analyzing large volumes of semi-structured, machine-generated time series data for operational and user behavior insights which can be used in application monitoring or security monitoring. It also supports full text search, which powers applications in the internal networks, which could include content management systems, legal document, and also internet facing applications such as e-commerce website content search. And lastly, it also supports as a vector database which powers vector matching and semantic search for improved relevance with both sparse and dense models. This provides as an ideal knowledge base for Amazon Bedrock and for generative AI applications which includes chatbots, personal assistants, and fraud detections. Within Amazon OpenSearch Serverless, you have something called collections. An OpenSearch Serverless collection is a group of OpenSearch indexes that work together to support a specific workload or use case. So when you're defining a collection, you can select which collection type you want, such as time series, vector, or search. Collections have the same kind of high capacity, distributed, and highly available storage volume that's used by the provisioned OpenSearch service domain. But they remove more complexity because they do not require manual configuration and tuning. Now talking about capacity units, this is a new concept in serverless. Here we have OCUs, which is OpenSearch Compute Unit, similar to what we have as nodes in the OpenSearch service. Each OCU comprises of 6 GB of RAM, 1 vCPU, and 120 GB of disk for storing the data. You also have an option to configure maximum OCUs, which help you to control cost, and these are automatically provisioned and scaled depending upon the workload. By default, we have 4 OCUs, and lastly, these OCUs are shared across collections. So how does OpenSearch Serverless architecture works? You might know in an OpenSearch service provisioned environment, the infrastructure is typically set up with a unified set of instances which are responsible for both indexing and search functionalities. The index storage is tightly coupled with the compute capacity, whereas the available computing resources directly determine the storage capacity for the indices. Now, by contrast, OpenSearch Serverless uses a cloud-native architecture that separates the indexing components from the search components, with Amazon S3 as the primary data storage for the indexes. So when you write data to a collection, OpenSearch Serverless distributes it to the indexing compute units. The indexing compute unit ingests the incoming data and moves the indexes to Amazon S3. And when you perform a search on the collection data, OpenSearch Serverless routes the request to the search compute units that holds the data being queried. The search compute units downloads the index data directly from S3, run search operations and perform aggregations. This decoupled architecture lets you to scale search and indexing functions independently of each other and independently of the index data in Amazon S3. The architecture also provides isolation for ingest and query operations so that they can run concurrently without resource contention. There are also active nodes to handle the traffic, and in order to ensure high availability, it also launches a standby set of nodes in another availability zone for indexing and replicas for search. Now to deep dive into specific features of OpenSearch Serverless. OpenSearch Serverless has a feature called auto-scaling, which has auto-scaling capabilities to efficiently handle tens of thousands of query transactions per minute. With this feature, you can rely on OpenSearch Serverless to help you handle unpredictable searches in your search and query traffic. It will respond to the spikes in search traffic by detecting the shards under duress, dynamically increasing the shards, replicas, and then seamlessly scaling back when the workload demand reduces. So rather than automatically augmenting the entire index, OpenSearch Serverless only adds the replicas for the shards under high utilization, thus providing you a cost-effective solutions while providing fast response times and high availability. Now to talk about the next feature. OpenSearch Serverless has a built-in caching tier for indexing and search compute, which is measured in OpenSearch compute units. There is a feature known as Smart Caching. Smart Caching is an innovative caching mechanism where it automatically fetches and intelligently manages data, leading to faster data retrieval, efficient storage use, and cost savings. Smart caching optimizes data management on the indexing compute node by keeping only the most recent or frequently used data readily available in the cache. So instead of basing the OCU assumption primarily on the total data size, the caching feature ensures that the cost is determined by the rate of data ingestion. When data requested is not in the cache, it automatically fetches data stored in Amazon S3. This approach reduces overall OCU usage, making the indexing process more efficient and cost effective while ensuring faster data retrieval. So to summarize, storage and compute are decoupled in Amazon OpenSearch serverless architecture. Serverless separates out the indexing components from the search components, with Amazon S3 being the primary data storage. Serverless also comes in with built-in hot warm tier, particularly useful in the log analytics use case where you are more focused on recent data, while the older data could be in warm tier. There are active nodes to handle the traffic, and in order to ensure high availability, it also launches a standby set of nodes in another availability zone for indexing and replicas for search. At last, it comes with OpenSearch dashboards, which you can use to create visualizations and dashboards to interact with your data.
You also have OpenSearch serverless fractional OCUs, which can be deployed starting at just 2 OCUs for production workload. OpenSearch serverless will automatically scale up the OCUs based on the workload demand. Additionally, if you have dev and test workloads that do not require high availability, OpenSearch Serverless offers a 1 OCU deployment, which helps in further cutting down cost in half for both indexing and search.
There are documentations links in the video description where you can check out how to get started with Amazon OpenSearch Serverless. Thank you. That's all for the video. I hope this helped in bringing clarity in how Amazon OpenSearch Serverless works. Thank you for your time and have a great day.